Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy, I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. Today I'm going to talk to you about another film that I just rewatched. And this film is from the legendary filmmaker Johnnie To. This is Drug War, starring Louis Koo, Hong Lee. It's a story about a drug mule or a drug lord that gets caught by the police, and he is somewhat given, or I wouldn't say given, he tries to prove his usefulness for the police department to give out certain key people running a drug ring that's all over station in China. And it's a crime action film. It's actually a pretty good one. It's actually my, I think, fourth or fifth time watching it. I bought the DVD. It's actually free on YouTube if you want to check it out. And I haven't seen a lot of Johnnie To's work, but I can tell you he's a filmmaker. I'm really interested in checking out more. I did see another film which I really liked, which I would also review on my channel. But what I really liked about this film, and what actually got appealed to me, that I think I notice when I like a film, it's not necessarily, and this is like a specific reason, like if I like watch a film and something about it really gets to me. I think I really like a film where it's actually the director speaking through the film. Like, you see his work, you see his style, basically his language in the film, more so than actors, actresses, and I like it that this film does things a little bit different than your average crime movie. I mean, it's a film that's a very contained crime film. It's only like 98 minutes long, including credits. That'd be 103 or 104 minutes. That it's not really an action heavy film. It's a crime thriller, action crime thriller, where you see like an extensive amount of police procedures of police officers literally using somebody who knows a lot about the drug ring and using them to bust other people that could lead to higher targets that are triggering the drugs operations, from what I've seen in the film, in this film. And Louis Koo, he's great. What I really found fascinating with this character is that this character, he's a rotten character. You have some sympathetics towards him where he reveals more about himself, but not enough to where it's like, no, this guy is purely a piece of shit. And he tries to, and I like it what this film tries to do. The film plays with you whether he's really on the police side or is he trying to save his own aid. Where as the film kind of goes along, and there's certain situations where he teams up with this police officer, where he is undercover as a certain drug guy to kind of fish out the bigger, who's the bigger target in the drug ring. You kind of start to see that this guy, Louis Koo, is trying to find ways to outsmart and out-trick him while also trying to pretend he's still, not caught by the police. You try to see him try to outsmart his ways out of police custody. And the movie gets really intense, where especially for the police officer that is trying to pretend to be like this drug guy, you see him put himself in quite a few situations. Actually, one particular scene where he has to snort drugs, and damn, I don't know how many times he ended up doing it, but like 4 or 5 times, to the point where it gets to the point where it becomes overwhelming. He has to pretend like nothing is happening to him. And then there's a scene when there where this guy comes in here, one of Louis Kuz's drug buddies. He keeps feeding him drugs, like powder stuff. The powder. Keeps feeding him that stuff. And then it gets to the point where the guy, the police officer, pretty much, he goes a little bit AWOL, and you kind of have that race o'clock time where he's trying to wear off the side effects of this, of taking so much. It gets really intense. I thought the action scenes in there were pretty cool, but they're not a lot. But then I feel like there's an even balance of balancing action and story. I like that the film didn't really oversaturate it with its action, but when the action happens, it gets intensifying. Especially the finale. And I think this is one of the best shootouts I've seen in any film. And how the film ends, because when the shootout happens, it is like no holds barred, shoot 'em up, but it's like gritty. It has that Quentin Tarantino feel, where when the film ends, you are in utter shock of basically how this movie ends. And when the film wraps up, I actually like how the film wraps up. It doesn't wrap the film in a little neat bow tie to try to please, to have that like general like happy ending. It's a crime film. It's a dark and gritty crime film. But I like how the film ends the way that it ends. That it ends in a bit of a tragedy. Very unique for an action crime film. I highly recommend it. Drug War. Have you seen it? Comment below. Let me know if you have. It is available to watch for free on YouTube. Let me know if you do see it. And let me know what is your favorite underrated movie. Also, I just found out that this film is remade in 2018, South Korean, called Believer, which I will be checking that out shortly after this video, which I think that's also free on YouTube, and I will let you know if I recommend that too. Catch you next time.